The beasts and the dragon go together in Revelation because they are all part of this final cycle of the book, the story that deals with the destruction of that which destroys. So you have a dragon that represents evil, and you have these three beasts that serve the dragon. And it's a really interesting narrative that John weaves, because you get these three beasts. First, a beast from the sea, which represents the politics of empire. This beast is tied to Nero. That's what the 666 is about. But Nero is not the beast. In fact, John's point is that Nero can die, and Nero can come back, and Nero can be long forgotten, but empires will keep on churning out new monsters to scare us. Truth is, Rome itself can fade away, but empires will rise, and when they do, they will pursue power at the expense of people. A second beast appears, and this one worships the first one. We're told it looks like a lamb, but it roars like a lion. In other words, he sounds nice and he seems peaceful, but truthfully, he is a monster. And this beast represents religion, and the way that religion can actually slowly, subtly end up worshiping political power. Now that should be no surprise to any of us who know anything about Christian history. The way that Christianity slowly became more powerful over time and then slowly came to think that holding on to that power was somehow Christ-like. And yet here we are grasping for more. And then finally we get this woman who rides on the beast but is drunk on the blood of the martyrs. And this woman represents the economy of empire. John says she has seduced the merchants that trade in human bodies, and they lament her downfall when the beast turns on her. This is all about a predatory economy that churns through people and literally treats human beings as commodities in a slave trade. It's a very poignant image, but I think it's okay, maybe important even, to critically consider John's choices here. In my book, I quote the scholar Tina Pippin, who writes, "Power is deprivileged and eventually eliminated in the apocalypse, hooray, but the ideology of gender is revalorized in Revelation, boo." And what she's talking about here is the way that John critiques a predatory economy, but clumsily uses the gender tropes of his day to do it. A sexualized woman to represent evil. Now, the critique is good. It's important if truth be told, but the image he uses to make that critique is worth reflecting on. In fact, I think this is important precisely because the whole point of this scene is that these beasts that do so much harm in our world, politics and religion and economics, they are really only servants of a deeper evil. And John's point is that when we give in to unjust systems that surround us, we become complicit in them. So John is saying, you can't just blame the system anymore. If your politics or your religion or your economics hurts people, you need to change something. Because even unintentionally, you have then fallen in league with the dragon. So this is what I wrote in the book. To be shaped properly by revelation is not to stop where John stops. His imagination is contextualized by a specific time and place, after all. Instead, for revelation to properly do its work in us, we must invite this vision to awaken us to all of the ways that the principalities and powers around us work to keep us divided. Economic, political, religious, yes, but also racial, gendered, and cultural barriers that still need to be brought down.